Okay. So beliefs of excellence is the webinar today. And the beliefs of Neuro Linguistic Programming in relation to personal and interpersonal effectiveness, those are chosen, and I'm going to share those insights with you today. Yeah. And before we go to beliefs of excellence, just a thought on what is belief. Yeah. So belief, when you say it's just a thought, belief is simply a thought inside our head. Belief is just an emotionally held opinion taken to be true. And belief creates your reality. Whatever we do, it is based on the belief that we hold in our head. You have registered for this webinar with the belief that you will get something valuable for you this evening. You paid through GPay to the number that I shared with you with the belief that there would be somebody to really respond appropriately, so you registered. So it's belief inside that creates our reality. There is no real reality outside. It's our belief. Belief influences every moment of our day. If you look back your life, whatever decisions you have taken, responses you have given, understandings you have made, decisions, all things have been influenced by the belief that you hold about the context or about your ability to deal with the context. And beliefs are basically a self-fulfilling prophecy. Your ability is based on your belief about your ability than actual capability which you have inside you. It's all about your belief. And belief gives relief or grief. Depends on the type of belief that you hold within you. If it is an empowering belief, it's a relief for you. If it is a disempowering belief, it can give you grief. And also believing opens the channels for creative excellence. All those people who have outgrown their challenges in life, difficulties in life, have seen beyond the obvious, immediate future, and have been holding their vision towards what they wanted and worked towards their way. Logic relates to the past. It crudely extends the past to the future. Whereas creativity is something out from you that can produce something different, define current logic or situation. That's why Henry Ford said, whether you believe you can or you can't, you are right anyway. Now, baby plays a very vital role in our life. What do I mean by baby? Beliefs. And that belief impacts your attitude. You can say positive attitude, negative attitude, right attitude, wrong attitude. Your attitude is determined by the belief that you hold in you, embedded in you. And that attitude impacts your behavior. Behavior is a manifested belief or a manifested attitude. Attitude or behavior is an unmanifested behavior. That's all. One is a potential form, behavior is a kinetic form. Belief or attitude is a potential form, behavior is a kinetic form. These are two sides of the same coin, I should say. And that behavior produces the result that you seek for. If you believe that you will get, then you really work towards that. And even if there are difficulties on the way, you course correct, work forward, move forward, and get the result that you want. Because there is no straightly laid path for success in life. Success is not guaranteed to anyone beforehand. We each need to carve his own path and move forward. Even if we tread others' path, yet the steps that we take on, the hurdles that we face on the road, the individual has to face, work his way up and move forward. So all your results are based on that you hold within you about what you will get. What we say is Pygmalion effect in psychology. So that behavior yields a result, and that result in turn impacts your belief, reinforces your belief, whether you can or whether you cannot, that reinforces. So this is a circle. We can say your belief impacts attitude, attitude impacts behavior, behavior in turn brings a result, and that result reinforces the belief that you hold about it. This is an autopilot programmed behavior happening overall. But it is here that NLP comes to rescue, that in case you are not getting the result that you want, contrary to the belief initially you are holding, then you can do something about your belief, change those beliefs appropriately, and in turn as attitude, in turn the behavior, and can get the result that you want. You can consciously work towards that. All of neuro-linguistic programming is basically working on your beliefs and attitudes about your life, in turn impacts behavior and the result that you get. So NLP is more about you, the person. If you choose to enroll for a full-fledged NLP course, you can gain wonderful access to your own resources within you, abilities within you, power within you, your magnificence within you, and that can flower and manifest, and you can lead a beautiful life. That's what NLP can do. So today we are going to work on those beliefs of NLP, which impacts our behavior, and one by one through stories I'm going to reveal to you. So your dearly held beliefs dictate the direction of your life. So beliefs are the guiding principles for the tools of neuro-linguistic programming. A lot of techniques we say in NLP, tools and techniques for behavior modification, for excellence, for any kind of mind program. Everything is based on certain beliefs, and we work on that beliefs only, which are called the presuppositions. Presuppositions mean we presuppose it to be so, and then we keep working in that direction. Like how you have presupposed that this webinar is going to happen today at 7 p.m. And so you paid your fees and you are now logged in and you are now viewing me on your screen. And the presupposition that you have about this webinar is that this webinar will be useful to you. So that makes you feel comfortable in front of the screen, and that makes you listen to what I say. Yeah. So everything we presuppose, like you go to bed, you presuppose that you will wake up the next day morning, and so you're able to sleep peacefully with all the nightmarish dream or sweet dreams, whatever it is. So we presuppose that we would get up. Same way, our life, we don't know how long it is going to be. Still, whatever the future that we hope is there balanced for us is going to be wonderful or beautiful or at least peaceful. That presupposition only makes us live today peacefully and look for a brighter tomorrow. So presupposition is the foundation for neuro-linguistic programming, even for our life. Before that, quickly, what is NLP? So, assuming some of you do not know NLP, I'm saying it. If you already know NLP, thank you very much. Neuro-linguistic programming, that's the expansion for NLP. Neuro is mind, not exactly the neural pathways, the brain per se exactly. It's more about mind. That mind is created by 5 senses: seeing, hearing, feeling, smelling, tasting. Those 5 senses only create our mind. If you say mind exists, the mind is made up of only the raw material of the impression of the 5 senses. If the sensory impression is not there, mind is not there at all. That is why when you are asleep, deeply sleeping, you have no idea what is happening around you. You are not even knowing whether you are dead or alive. You have no consciousness about world around because the senses were not actively working at that time. So mind, according to NLP, is simply accumulation of the 5 senses. And whole of NLP is interplay of these 5 senses only. This 5 senses impression only impacts our behavior, and how to impact the behavior, how to modify behavior, how to hone our skills, you will learn if you enroll for a regular NLP course. Linguistics is language, what we say once the sensory impression is taken in, the words that we use. Programming is behavior. So neuro linguistic programming talks of the people's behavior, how a man thinks, what he says, and how he behaves. Yeah. So quickly, definition of NLP is it's a study of human behavior. It's a method to program your. It is the psychology of excellence. Yeah. And it's a manual for mind management. That's the simple definition of NLP. Yes. Something to amuse you. How creative this woman is there, that whatever the resources available, she has utilized it appropriately to get charged. There is some stuff in her head. That's why she has used this. Instead of saying that the wire length is not sufficient, how to charge and all. She's also relaxing, maybe sleeping, plus it is there. Same way, if you come to do NLP, you can have creative ideas for your everyday life's difficulties and challenges, and your life can become beautiful. Usually, can you spot that hidden tiger here? The question I'm asking, you don't have to answer. I'm just going to be silent for a minute, and then I'll give the answer. Can you spot the hidden tiger? One tiger is evident here. There is another tiger, the hidden tiger. Can you spot it? All right, so I'll give you the answer. Maybe some of you would have found it. Now, the hidden tiger is a letter as stripes on the tiger. Now, take a look at the body of the tiger and notice these stripes, black stripes. It is the hidden tiger. That is what the hidden tiger there. It is not another tiger which is hiding somewhere. Whereas the hidden tiger is there on the body of the tiger written here, the hidden tiger. But the moment when I say spot the hidden tiger, even I did the same thing when I first saw this. I was only looking all around the picture to locate a hidden tiger. I was trying to figure out some shape as tiger and trying to locate it, because we presuppose that a hidden tiger means this is a visible tiger, some more tiger, one more tiger, similar shaped tiger will be hiding somewhere. I need to look for it. So we presuppose another tiger in a tiger shape, whereas it is the hidden tiger is letter. The example why I'm giving is for anything and everything we presuppose. Based on that presupposition only we keep moving forward. Same way, NLP gives us certain presuppositions. It helps us to understand human behavior. It empowers us. If you apply the presupposition you're going to learn today, 30 days time, you will find an enormous difference in your life. Simple few presuppositions is what I'm going to share today. There are only about 14 I'm sharing today. The list is very exhaustive, yet for the purposes of this webinar, and which is most relevant to your everyday life, which you can apply immediately in your life to understand yourself and to understand others, I'm sharing today. We'll move ahead on that. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, we'll move forward. Presupposition is a guiding factor for progression. The whole of NLP is built on this presupposition because it is one of the pillars of NLP's presuppositions. Okay. Now, the first one, the story is like this. A man went to a medical shop and he asked for medicine to stop hiccup. There was continuous hiccup, uncontrollable hiccup. So he said that, I want a medicine for hiccup, please give me. The medical shop fellow suddenly came and gave a slap on the man and said, see, in the shock, your hiccup has stopped. The person who came to buy medicine said, hiccup is not for me, it's for my wife at home. No? So NLP says, map is not the territory. What we perceive it to be is not the reality. We perceive and consider that to be a reality, whereas real reality is something different. Yet we work only on our map and not as per what is. Like how the picture says, while the map territory is different, a man holding it, the broomstick or sweeper is there, whereas this guy from this angle takes it differently and constructs it. Like that only, my friends, every day, every moment, we create an internal map, and that becomes a guiding factor for our understanding the territory that is around, the people around us, the environment, the place, whatever you say, as you are not actually dealing with the real territory, you are dealing with only your understanding of the people or the situation. That's why NLP says there is nothing out there. Everything is only inside you and your map. If your life is fantastic, then the map is appropriate. If your life is not fantastic according to you, then the map needs to be adjusted somewhere. So according to NLP, you are your reality. Perception is reality, and we deal with only perceived reality, not real reality. So map is not the territory, is the first belief of NLP. Out and out, all the NLP exercises work on the map only. Map is mental assimilation process, we can say. No map exactly gives all the details of a territory. It's not possible also, we know. A territory is so vast with all its minute details, a map cannot really give, but we don't want all those details of territory. Demographical map, we have one detail. Maybe geographical map, we require another detail. Even though it pertains same territory, based on our need, we can always have our own map. Same way, we deal with only our map. The jocularly, the corollary, what I say to this is that photo is not the person. Yes or no? A photo is shown. Who is this? It's me. You're not that. It's only an image of you. Still, the photo is seen and then you say, I am that person. So photo is not the person. Or selfie is not self. Today's selfie is very popular. So selfie is not self. Or menu is not the meal. In a hotel we go, see a menu card, give me this, we say. That fellow, he doesn't cut and give from that. He brings it somewhere in the kitchen. So menu is not meal. So map is not the territory. A guy was intently looking at a beautiful car, a luxurious car. It was a small boy. So the owner of the car came and saw the boy. What are you looking at? The boy said, the car is really very beautiful. The man said, yeah, my elder brother gave it to me. I am thankful to him, he said. The boy said, yeah, you are very lucky. And then he was again looking at the car. The car owner said, why, do you want a brother like my elder brother? Do you have a brother? You want a gift from your brother? The boy said, no, I have an younger brother. I'm only looking at the car to gift him tomorrow. Later date, I won't really earn that much money to gift my younger brother this car. The point is, map is not the territory. The car owner thought the boy is yearning for a car, whereas the boy was looking for something else. He wanted to be the bigger brother to give it to younger brother. Same way, map is not the territory. Our understanding of the situation is not the situation actually. It is our understanding and we get guided by it. So do not blame outside circumstances. If things are not matching, check your map inside. By course correction inside, things can be beautiful outside. That's what NLP says by this beliefs of excellence. So apply it in your life. If anything is not going well in your life, check for what is happening inside you. Course correct that. Things outside can be beautiful. People respond to their map of reality. Like how we say, joke like it say a joke, Bernard Shaw was writing on a novel, or he was maybe contemplating on the theme of a novel. He was just sitting and then thinking deeply. A visitor came and asked Bernard and asked the servant, "What is Shah doing?" Servant said, "No, he's doing nothing. He's sitting, he's just idling over there." The fact is, Bernard was really busy, but yet, from the map of the servant, since his boss is not writing anything, only thinking seriously, he didn't know what exactly is going on inside the head of Shah. He said he is only idling. So people respond to their map of reality, not your reality. Yeah. So same way, when somebody passes a remark on you or says something to you, palatable, unpalatable, nice or bad, whatever it is, do not take it personally. Do not take it personally. It is their map and they are responding to their map of reality. It is not your reality. If that you do, first you will not be affected. And you will be able to understand the other person and help the person to understand himself better or make him understand better about you. Anything is possible. People respond to their map of reality. It's not about you. Either praise or blame. It's all from their map they are saying it. Like how this picture says, a young boy wore the shoes of his father and said, "Poor dad. What a big sized shoe he's wearing every day and walking fast. It will be hard struggle for him," the boy said. So people responded to their map of reality. Like how 6 visually challenged people described an elephant. People respond to their map of reality. If today take a list of people who have been criticizing you or who have been not good with you, forgive them for their understanding, and it is simply tell it's their map, it's okay, what can I do about it? I can only pity them and then stay cool inside. Otherwise, maybe you become a victim of their opinion about you and you will feel uncomfortable inside. Not necessary. It's their map. Relax. People already have all the resources they need or they can create one. A man went to Buddha. Went to a Zen master because he's an ardent Zen student. So he went to the Zen master and then he asked the Zen master, "I want to meet the Buddha, please show him. He is complete man, realized soul. I want to meet him." Buddha is attained nirvana and not in the physical body. So Zen master, what he said was, "Yes, my student, I will show you the Buddha. He is very much there in our place. So return home. On your way back, till you reach home, see who are all wearing the slippers wrongly. Right foot on the left, left foot on the right. Whoever is wearing the slippers wrongly, that person is the Buddha. Go and find out." So this man on returning home was intently looking at everybody passing by and everyone was wearing the slippers correctly. Was very disappointed. My God, what is this? All the way and nobody. And he goes home, bangs on the door. Open the door. He says, "Son has returned." So the mother in all her eagerness rushed to open the door. "Come, my son, sweet son." She invites him. This fellow looks at her feet. She wears the slippers wrongly because in a rush to meet the son, she wore the slip wrongly. But for the son, the guru said, whoever is wearing the slippers wrongly is the Buddha. Then he fell at her feet, mother's feet. "Mother, you are the Buddha. I didn't know at all along. I've been searching for him elsewhere." So the Buddha was very much with him. He was looking for elsewhere. NLP, same way NLP says, whatever that you require is already in you. You need to only manifest it. So the whole of NLP tool is helping you to tap your own resources sleeping inside. You're already whole, complete, and perfect in your own way. It's only waiting for manifestation in your life for you to experience it. NLP helps you to realize your magnificence. There are no unresourceful people. There are no people are only unresourceful. So people have all the resources. Only thing, you are not resourceful enough to realize it. Every behavior has a positive intention. Here, it is positive for the person exhibiting the behavior. When you say every behavior has a positive intention, it is positive for the person exhibiting the behavior. Someone was saying, I'm getting fear all the time. I do not know why. And I have inexplicable anxiety about future. Please help me to get out of it. The wise counselor said, see, you have been holding on to the grief and your fear. And find out for what purpose you are holding on to the grief and fear. The man said, how come I'm holding on to the grief and fear? No, it is there in me. He said, no. You cannot get rid of something which you're holding on to. There is a deep purpose for which you're holding on to your fear. Then this man started thinking about his life. He said, yeah, I am looking for all the time safety. So I'm not sure whether I'm safe or not. So I am exhibiting my fear, seeking safety. That's what he realized within. He says there is behavior may be inappropriate for a person, but the intention behavior is always something to get out of it, is what NLP is finding. Every behavior has a positive intention. So-called negative behavior, anger, rage, or disgust, suppression, repression, whatever so-called negative behavior, if you want to modify it, alter the behavior, NLP helps you to study the intention behind the behavior. And once you fulfill that intention, behavior modification is possible. That's what NLP says, So jocularly, you can see the picture here. Why do you procrastinate so much and push your homework to last day? This man said, yeah, well, I feel proud when I manage to finish something in a day for which others take a week. This is just a joke and a risk, in fact. The point here is that, am I able to see the positive side of so-called negative and fulfill my intention? For example, now, if you can say every criticism conceals a want. Somebody criticizes means they want something. If that want is fulfilled, criticism can be stopped. Can't you make a better presentation? Criticism. The want is, I want a better presentation. But when it gets expressed, the behavior is, can't you make a better presentation? Behavior. Whereas the want, in fact, is, I want a better presentation from you. That's the want. Every anger conceals the need for attention. If somebody is shouting, rage, anger, please attend to what I'm saying. I want this to be attended to me. It is grabbing the attention, the anger is expressed. Every disappointment conceals an expectation. What to say? I don't think, since I expect something really wonderful, I don't think it's going to happen. So every disappointment conceals an expectation. Positive intention, expectation, the behavior, inappropriate behavior, disappointment. Every sorrow conceals a need for joy. Every sorrow. Every anxiety conceals a need for relaxation. Every self-pity conceals the need for appreciation. People who are in self-pity are people who just, demean themselves or denigrate themselves, hoping that others will say, no, you're not like that. No, don't underestimate yourself. You are definitely a better person. Just to hear those words of praise and appreciation, people will ridicule themselves or laugh at themselves, make a joke with themselves, or create a scene of self-pity. And I would say people who are selfish, people who are with low self-esteem are selfish people. People who are shy are people who are very selfish, in my understanding. People who are shy are really selfish in their approach and understanding. They may look timid and compliant, but deep inside them would be the selfishness concealed. Anyway, self-pity conceals the need for appreciation. Every guilt conceals the need for avoiding punishment. Oh, I'm really sorry. I feel really guilty means please don't punish me much. Every guilt conceals the need for avoiding punishment. Every fear conceals the need for safety. Every procrastination conceals the urge for perfection. If you really study, when you postpone something doing, I won't do it perfectly. I won't do it perfectly. If I don't do it perfectly, I think it may go wrong or people may ridicule me. It has to be done. So the urge to be perfect makes people procrastinate. In fact, procrastination, nobody decides to procrastinate, it happens. Every procrastination conceals the urge for perfection. Every jealousy conceals a secret appreciation. When I'm jealous of someone, in fact, I am appreciating them. And so, why am I not having that quality in me? So that makes me feel jealous of the other person. Envy or jealousy is appreciation inverted, we can say. So every jealousy conceals secret appreciation. Every cry conceals a desire for being cared for. Every frustration conceals a seeking of relief. So in your life, imagine, I'm saying your boss, people who criticize you for your incompetence or your behavior, look for the positive intention behind their comment and find out if you can fulfill them in some way or what they are saying is right. Are they saying it for your good or for their good? And once you get that idea and notice a positive intention, you will find a way out. Yeah. A colleague misunderstands what you tell her. What could be? You receive a very cold response or reply for someone. I'm just pointing here. Reflect on your life. Whichever is not comfortable for you, find out in the human interaction, of course, find out the positive intention behind the behavior and see if you can find a relief from that. Either fulfill that or you alter your behavior. Understanding things can change. Cobra. Cobra is known for biting. It's venomous. So a cobra was recklessly biting people, and a sage was passing by, spiritual power, person with spiritual power. Villagers said, be careful with the snake. It bites anybody, everybody passing by. The person is spiritual, so he went to the snake, took it on hand, and calmed it down, saying, you are doing injustice to people. Promise me you will not bite anybody. So the cobra promised the sage that he will not bite anybody. Good. He left it and went his own way. He being a roaming monk. And after about 2 months, he was passing by the same place and he found the same cobra almost lying in a dead condition. He went to it, took it on hand, using his spiritual power, gave it life back. Cobra became fresh and live. He asked the cobra, what happened? The cobra said, it's all because of you only. You got a promise from me not to bite people? I did not bite people at all. Now they started pelting stones at me. Every day, every passerby was just pelting stone at me for joy, just like that. And I'm now almost wounded to death. Then the sage said, you didn't understand me appropriately. I only got a promise from you not to bite people. But I never said not to raise your hood to protect you. So you can always hiss and raise your hood to protect you. So this behavior is appropriate. To protect yourself. So that's why NLP says every behavior is useful in some context. Even if it is inappropriate in one area, it could be applied in another area where it will be very useful. Jokingly saying, a man applied for the watchman of security for an ATM, night watchman for ATM. So the interviewer is called. So what is the qualification you have which says that you can be a night watchman in an ATM? He said, sir, I can comfortably sleep on chair itself, sir. I don't require a bedroll. I can sit on chair and sleep, he said. So sitting on chair and sleep, he says that context, somebody sleeping all the time on the chair, put him a watchman over there. So every behavior is useful in some context. This buffalo, it's very slow. It doesn't move fast. Tamasic, we say buffalo is equated with the tamas. There are three qualities in every being, in all beings. Sattva, Rajas, Tamas is what we say. Tamas is inertia, indolence. But this behavior of buffalo is also appropriate. See, when you go on a car on a highway, see, tollway only, but still in our country, everything crosses in between. People, bike, suddenly barges in. Accidents happen. Goat, cows, everything crosses. Now, when such animals cross, you cannot predict in which way they will go. Whereas you can know the slow, rhythmic, indolent movement of a buffalo is very clear that you can always predict its movement, so adjust your speed and go. So its slow behavior is also appropriate on a highway. That's what I would like to say. Every behavior is useful in some context. Same way, if someone in your life around you is behaving in a way which is not useful to you or not appropriate, find out where it is useful. Reframing is one technique of NLP which is resting on this, especially context reframing is one technique of NLP which relies on every behavior useful in some context. Of Hanuman carrying Sanjeevi, So this story, from Ramayana. He was asked to bring Sanjeevi herb, and he didn't know how to bring it. He could not locate the Sanjeevi herb over there. So he took the whole mountain on his hand and then brought it here. And brought it here and said, yeah, please take it. That's what NLP says. It's not necessary for you to know everything beforehand to be able to do. Somewhere make a beginning. And things will roll out. You don't need to know everything. Like the mobile that we buy, the new model mobile that we buy, we do not know entirely all the features, all the benefits, all. We know only the basic functions. Still we buy it and keep working on it to find out more and more. Same way, for you to break out the inertia from status quo to moving forward, start from where you know what you know, and things will start rolling out, opening out. So it's not necessary for you to know everything beforehand to be able to do. And that's what NLP says. You get guided internally and externally gradually, but take action. Action cures, not mere deliberation. Anything you can do if you break the task into, if you break the big task into smaller tasks. Like the story we can say, a king wanted to take the weight of an elephant. So there was no weighing machine available, and he was really struggling how to really weigh the elephant. One boy, young boy, he gave the idea. It's very easy, Maharaj. Put the elephant on a boat, take it to the river, mount the elephant into the boat. The boat will go down. Mark the water level over there in the boat. And after that, take the elephant out, fill the boat with bricks. Keep on loading bricks till the boat sinks up to the water level of elephant's weight. So once you know, then take out all the bricks, weigh it, and you will know exactly the weight of the elephant. That means instead of weighing the whole elephant in one go, which is not possible because they didn't have a weighing machine or the place to keep the elephant and weigh it, with the weighing machine, what they have, small task. Bricks are kept one by one or maybe in bundles, and then they're totaled up to get the weight of the big elephant. The NLP says it's called chunking. When you chunk down, not only about physical work, the beautiful thing about NLP is that when you have difficulties, pain in your life, or a memory which you want to forget, painful memory, which is not going out of your bosom, and it teases you, then there is a specific tool in NLP in chunking by which you can chunk it into small portions and pain will go away. Equally, any positive feeling, when you chunk down, positive multiplies. That's the beauty of chunking methodology, which you can learn when you enroll for NLP course. So chunking is beautiful. Chunking is breaking the big into smaller and then accomplishing it. One similar to this is what Brian Tracy has written, the book. Eat That Frog. It's about time management, of course. Not exact time management, it's about task management, you should say, because there is no time management, it's all task management. Brian Tracy's book, Eat That Frog, is also talking about chunking only. It's a beautiful book. Anybody wants to be good at organizing your work, want to succeed, you can lay your hand on that book. And even PDF version is available. You can download from free PDF available. Eat That Frog is the title. It's about chunking. People make the best choice available to them. When you buy a model mobile or when you buy any component, when you buy any dress, nobody buys deliberately inferior one. They buy only the best possible according to their understanding. People make their best choice. Maybe the choice that I make is not appreciated by somebody else. It's okay. From their map, they're saying, but when I choose something, I choose based on the information I have, given the knowledge I have, understanding I have, I make the best choice. Where it is useful is when we regret over our past mistakes, our past decisions. Today, we may feel bad about why I did so at the point of time. Bear in mind, we did it with the best of intentions and choice at the point of time. So we need to forgive ourselves and move away. Otherwise, we'll get stuck in the past. So people make the best choice available to them. Jokingly saying about this example through a story, a barber had this habit of making fun with a boy. Now, any customer walks into his shop, he'll call the boy opposite his shop. The boy would come to the barber shop. The barber will give him 2 1-rupee coin and 1 5-rupee coin. On one hand, on the left hand, he will keep the 5-rupee coin to the boy. On the right hand, 2 1-rupee coin, and tell him you can take any one of it, either right or left. The boy would invariably take only the 2 1-rupee coins and give the 5-rupee coin and walk away. And then the barber would say, see the pity fellow, these people don't know maths at all. What studies are they doing? I'm giving him 5-rupee coin, whereas he's taking only 2 1-rupee coin. He doesn't know the value at all. He would mock at it and then this would go. It's a time pass for the barber to tease this boy. Boy every time would come only take the 2 1-rupee coin and will not take the 5-rupee coin. One curious customer later meets the boy and asks him, why are you not taking a 5-rupee coin? You're taking only 2 1-rupee coin. The boy smiled and said, I'll tell you a secret. Don't go and tell the barber. What? I promise you I will not tell the barber. Please tell me. I know 1 5-rupee coin is valuable more than 2 1-rupee coins. But the day I prove my intelligence, I will stop getting this 2 1-rupee coin. Whereas now, hundreds of rupees I've got from this barber. He thinks I'm a fool and I make my own best choice. The point here is, friends, people make their best choice available to them. So instead of we passing our criticism, comment about it, understand them as to why they made the choice. Or even when you regret about your past mistakes, find out what made me choose that. Understand the wisdom at that point of time. And if it was not appropriate, or if it's not appropriate, change it. It's okay. It's okay. So people make the best choice available to them. In interpersonal relationship, it works very well from blame frame to appreciation frame or understanding frame. We can move if we apply this principle. Jocularly, you can watch this picture. Yeah. People make their best choice available. Person with flexibility gains control over the situation. If you are rigid, you get stuck, you can't go. If you are flexible, adaptable, then you are able to move forward. That's what NLP says. And whole of NLP is all about making your attitude flexible. making your behavior flexible so that you have more choices available, and so you are able to gain control of the situation. Yeah. To say through a story, Akbar called all the astrologers and asked them to predict his horoscope, and astrologers came. In one voice, everybody said, unfortunate Maharaj, in front of your own eyes, your relatives will die. They will die. Akbar was upset. He drove the astrologers away from the palace. Get out from this place. I'm upset. Disappointed. Birbal comes. What happened, Maharaj? He's asking. Yeah, I'm very upset because astrologers say that all my relatives will die even before my life ends. In front of my eyes, they will die, he says. I'm very upset about it. Birbal said, don't worry, Maharaj. I will give the right prediction tomorrow. Give me a horoscope. He takes it, goes back home, studies it. Whatever the astrologers said was, in fact, right only. It was not wrong. Next day morning, he came and he said, Maharaj, you are very, very lucky. You are very lucky. Astrologers didn't know anything at all. I will tell you the truth now. Yeah, tell me. You are really blessed, Maharaj, to take care of all your relatives till their lifetime. Akbar was very pleased. What is the difference? No difference. It's in the way it is put that the whole thing changed. Astrologers were not flexible enough to alter their expression to convince Akbar. Whereas Birbal understood. He was flexible in communication and he put it differently, and the whole thing was superb. Like how my teacher, he gave me a poem and he asked me to practice that song and then deliver during the program. It didn't come to me so easily, and then I said, sir, I can't do it. Please leave me. Please leave me. I can't do it. He said, no, please sing. I'll tell you. I'll just correct it. Please sing. So I started singing. He said, you are singing really very well. Fantastic. Only thing, in every line you are making 2-3 mistakes, correct it. You can really sing well. And that enthused me. The point here is that he was flexible in his communication. He didn't say, no, you are doing wrong. Practice yourself well. He didn't say that way. If he had said that, I would have really felt defeated and walked away. But he wanted to extract the work from me. So he put it differently. He was flexible in his communication and he could motivate me and get things done. So if you can be flexible in your communication with people, you can gain control. A lot of examples can be given. Flexibility, adaptability is very, very important in today's world. Dinosaurs, big giant animals, are non-existent today because they were not adaptable, they were not flexible. Whoever is flexible gains control over the situation. Thomas Alva Edison. There is no failure, only feedback. When Thomas Alva Edison was asked, how you are repeatedly attempting to make bulb, he said, yeah, every time I fail, it's not that I failed in my finding, I only learned how not to make bulbs in the future. So what is the right way of making bulb? That's the famous. Michael Jordan, the football player, he was said, every time I failed in 200 matches, 25 times, almost I would have finished my goal and then I missed it. A lot of times I failed it. So that failure only has increased my success rate. No, that's what he said. So if you want to increase your success rate, increase your failure rate. So every time you fail, it's not a failure for you. It's only you are not near the success. That's all. Learn it as a feedback. Look for movement forward and get things done. So experience plus accepting failure is defeat. Experience and review of feedback is learning and development. So that people communicate all the time. In a train, one man was in fact chewing gum. A person sitting opposite was observing throughout, and then almost after 2 hours, the person opposite said, I'm sorry, I'm not able to hear whatever you are saying. I did not bring my hearing aid, so I could not hear whatever you said. Forgive me. This man was surprised because he was only chewing gum. Whereas the other person, opposite, thought because he didn't bring the hearing aid, he could not hear. Just the lip movement only, which means even though this fellow did not communicate anything, he has communicated to the other person simply by his movement. The famous Mehrabian formula says, in every personal communication, the actual impact of words is only 7%. Whatever I say now, it's not the words that make impact. It's my tonality, the way I say, the gestures I make. All these in combination only is making impact. When you simply hear only spoken words, the mind is not so much enthused or attracted towards listening to it. That's why simple news reading, like those days, All India Radio News would be flat, though they were saying actual news. Today, what we hear in the TV is all only views, not news. But then there is so much of intonation over there. Pictures are over there. So for the impact of communication, our physiology also plays a major part according to Albert Mehrabian. So even if you don't verbally say anything, your demeanor, your face, your expression, your gesture will keep communicating. People infer their own meaning out of our behavior. We are responsible for it, but yet they infer, and then that impacts and influences our interaction. So NLP says people communicate all the time. The meaning of our communication depends on its effect. Like in the initial days of computerization, this happened in my office. We were all new to computer, and I was in sales. Of course, I'm a sales guy. So we were all the computerized billing was started coming. My boss asked his assistant, come, see, open the folder. There's a file over there. Take the CD, burn it, and bring it. So this man went, and after about 10 minutes, he brought a CD with this dark, with smoky. What happened? I saw the file, and then he asked me to burn the CD. I burnt the CD and brought it here. So he literally took burning us, literally burning the CD. He didn't understand it. So NLP says it is not what you say that really matters, how the other person has understood. So it's your responsibility to check if the other person has understood in the way you have communicated. It is not only the intention of communication, there's also an inference of a communication which needs to be checked. Your intention and inference needs to be much closer. Only then communication becomes effective. According to NLP, the meaning of your communication depends on the response that you get. So always ask for feedback. Check if the intention with which you communicated has reached the other person. So the meaning of your communication is response. Just say, hi baby, can you give a ring for my birthday? He says, sure. Can I call you on your landline or mobile? No? Give a ring. The meaning differs here. Modeling successful performance leads to excellence. But if one can do, anyone can do, according to NLP. So if you want to succeed in life, if you want to really excel in a particular way, NLP helps you to identify people in your own line, in your chosen field who have been successful, and you can model them, their beliefs, their values, their behavior, their language. NLP has got specific tools that you can adapt, and then you can become successful. Children are excellent modelers. Children learn from elders, they model elders, and they beautifully do it. So that's why eminent people like Kalam or Tatas, if we can emulate them, we can grow into a better human being. So modeling successful performance leads to excellence. Last one, NLP says, do to understand better. Only when you do, you can understand. Not merely theorizing it, not merely intellectualizing it. A man built a swimming pool. There was no water over there. And then he built another swimming pool with full water. His friend asked him, why have you built two swimming pools, one with water, one without water? He says, one without water, I can swim, learn swimming. And then I will jump into the swimming pool with water. No, is it possible? No. Same way, especially self-development, personal excellence, only when you apply, only when you apply, you will get the real essence of the step and move forward. Merely theorizing it, intellectualizing it doesn't help at all. When it comes to NLP learning, please practice it, apply it in your life, verify, find out for yourself whether it is useful or not useful. That gives you real expertise. All knowledge is mere rumor only until it gets into your veins. All knowledge is mere rumor until it gets into your veins. So internalize, do practice. So when you learn tomorrow, when you enroll for NLP, I will lead you, handhold you for next 30 days. After the workshop is over, if you're ready, and you can really gain mastery with NLP and the master of your own life. So with this belief, I'm concluding the session. Now, thank you very much. Over to you now for any questions or feedback. You can happily unmute your video and be with me now. Be with me now for any questions or any sharings, any learning. Yes, I'll be happy to hear from you. Yeah. Yes, Tinu, anything to say, Tinu, anything to ask?
No, it's pretty clear. All the points discussed. I don't have any doubts presently.
Fantastic. You can go ahead. Somebody is talking. You can go ahead. Yeah, I don't know who is talking here. Anything that you want to say about this webinar? What do you want to say about this webinar? Yeah.
Actually, the thing was I have attended few introductory sessions regarding NLP.
Oh, fantastic. Okay.
So I was also curious about like what can I learn in the next step as a next step. So what forward? So I think this beliefs of excellence, like it's one of the topics inside NLP, right?
Yes,
and I think it has many more principles yet to be discussed.
Yes, true.
Yeah, but anyway, I got a idea. I understood what all those 14 points discussed, and I believe it's useful.
Thank you. That's fantastic. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. Yes, madam. Pratibha, madam, I would like to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. It was so wonderful session.
Yeah.
And that 14 belief of, this thing, it's too good actually.
Right.
Actually, I have completed my practitioner course too. But as such, I want to do a course with you. I approached you for the past few years.
Yeah.
Due to certain this thing, I'm unable to connect with you and then to do the course with you. But already I've done in some other, with some other practitioners, and I have done it. But okay. I thought sometime or the other I have to attend few session of yours. So it happened today. I've just connected to you in the last half an hour only, right?
Yeah.
It is too good, and you explained so well. And each and every, it has its own value in it as well. It was connected to a story, or it was linked so beautifully. So where we can remember very well, and we can connect all these values in this. It is wonderfully presented, sir.
Are you in Chennai or elsewhere?
I'm very much closer to your place in Porur.
Okay, and can I know what you do? Is it okay? Can I ask you this? Yeah.
Yeah, sure, sir. I'm principal of Vedanta Academy School.
Okay.
And it is in Vanagaram. Vedanta Academy, it is a CBSE school. Yeah. So previously I was working for Chinmaya Vidyalaya. The time I contacted you, then since I moved my profession over here, and then hectic with all that.
Now I recall the conversation.
Yes. So I thought like I should make it somehow the sessions so.
It is decades ago, I should say.
It's
not really, of course, I know.
4 years
before
I just contacted you. I wanted to do this course as such. I'm interested in counseling as well as, so I just wanted to do that. So I'm keep trying, but unable to connect it. Fortunately, it so happened today, made it so happen.
I'm also
that is a belief. Yeah. That is a belief, right?
Yes.
It should happen. It will happen.
Yes. Thank you very much for participation. I'm very glad.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. We'll keep in touch again.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So anything else, Rupa and Rekha, to say? Last word before we wind up now? It's 8 o'clock. Yeah, we can.
No, sir. No, sir. It was excellently presented.
Thank you very much.
So thank you so much.
I'm thankful for your continued support, Rupa. Thank you very much. Rekha, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Anything want to say? Yeah.
It was very nice, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your class.
Fantastic. So
Thank you very much, sir.
thank you very much. We can wind up. All the very best. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you.